Hey, in this video, we're going to talk about pipelines. If you are an event venue owner, you are a business owner, and if you're still relying on Google Sheets, if you don't understand what a CRM is, and if you are still managing leads on your personal phone, you are missing out on a huge opportunity. And not only that, you are doing your business a disservice. So this is the CRM. This is the pipeline that we utilize inside of our event venues when it comes to managing leads. If you've seen my previous videos when I talk about the triple A method and the ads mechanism, when someone inquires for your services and inputs their information, this is exactly where they're going to go for you as a business owner. So this is the CRM that we built out strategically for event venue owners, and this pipeline has been tested in and out, iterated in and out, and this is the final form of how we allow people to go down to book tours, eventually book with us. But this is the process. And we found that this is the easiest process when it comes to getting people closer to booking the tour, closer to booking your space, and eventually giving you more revenue. So, this is a sample of the pipeline that we utilize now. So, when a lead actually comes in this first stage right here, when a lead comes in, the business owner who's utilizing this AAA method will get a notification. They get a notification on their phone, via email, text message. And the great thing about it is they get the notification, but they don't have to drop everything that they're doing and look to respond to the lead because we have an appointment setter that we implement inside this system that manages all the leads, does all the follow up, confirms tours, book tours, talks to no shows, and ultimately is your first point of contact when it comes to booking for your space, booking a tour for your space. So when that lead comes in, it goes inside this section. You'll get that notification, but you don't have to worry about it because it's already handled. A text message will instantly go out. Speed to lead is the name of the game. I'm constantly going to keep saying that because when people inquire, they want information, right? They want information about what you have to offer. And if you're not responding to that person in a timely fashion, then they just move on. If you can think back when you inquired for something, inquire for a service or whatever the case may be, and you ended up having to do something for the kids or just scrolling on your phone and you just totally forgot that you even inquired for that service, right? And if that business doesn't follow up with you in a timely fashion, you've moved on. You're doing something else, you're doing chores, whatever the case may be, and if that business doesn't follow up with you, you'll potentially, think about it or think about it in a few days or a few hours and inquire in a different space or, you know, look into something else because it's not top of mind. So we want to be top of mind when people inquire in our space. So within 5 minutes, we look to send out that text message. The text message is strategic because we ask a question to where we're looking to get interaction. And that's where we move on to 1.1 lead interaction no, and 2 lead interaction yes. And that means exactly what it states. When we send out that text message, we ask a strategic question. If they respond to it, awesome. They move forward. It's a hotter lead because they're interacting with us now. If they don't, they go in lead interaction no. And the whole idea with the appointment setter, right? They're following up with these leads no matter if they respond or not. They're following up, and we have something that's ingrained in us called Take 15. And basically, what that means is that we do touch points of at least 15 times before we consider that lead either not a lead or we just continuously follow up with them. And the reason why we do that is because No one else is doing that. I have a sales background and I understand the importance of just following up with people. Um, People aren't just waiting for your response. They have a life. They have kids. They have a job. They're doing other things. They have duties and responsibilities. And if we're not following up with people, looking to provide them value and that information that they initially wanted, then we're doing them a disservice. So we do take 15. Again, no one else is doing it. We follow up for a reason, and I'll get to what that means later on in the video. If you stick around, what I mean by we follow up for a reason, because that's actually a stage. So we'll get to that. But lead interaction, no, they don't respond. The appointment setter follows up with them. Lead interaction, yes, they're moving closer to potentially booking a tour, which is what we want, right? So from there, if our booking bot books the tour, awesome. They go to book tour stage in stage 3. Or if our appointment setter has the opportunity to talk to them, they go inside this stage. And what I found was it's awesome to book tours. That's what we want, right? But we just don't want book tours. We want confirmed tours. So the and I'll touch on this in a little bit before I move on to that confirmed tour stage. With the booking bot does, they actually qualify. So it's a conversational booking bot that will talk to the client and basically qualify them to ensure that they're a good lead. So depending on the type of an event it is, if it's a good fit for your venue, the capacity, right? If the date's available, it will qualify that lead to ensure that it makes sense to actually book them. So they book the tour, they go to confirm. We're still looking to get that interaction. So when someone books a tour with us within this stage, we're still looking to for them to respond yes, right? We still want them to be actively involved in this process before you even meet them. So they go from here, they go to 3.2 confirmed tours. Now they're actually confirmed. They say yes. Then we have follow-up messages to just remind them about their tour, just again staying top of mind, to remind them about their tour via text message or email. From there, obviously we want to go to decision pending. That means they came to our space, they may not have booked, but the decision is pending. And anything in between that, if it's a no-show, if that person did confirm, but they just didn't show up for whatever the case may be, they go inside this section with no communication. They go inside this section. If they did confirm and they fall inside this section, that means they reached out to us and just said, "Hey, I just can't make it. Can we find another time?" They go in this section. These people are a little bit warmer than the no-shows. We find that people that just don't show up, they've probably already found a space, probably found something cheaper. They probably just moved on, right? We still get people that just don't show up that will respond to our messages and our calls and they go back to confirm tours. But we find that the people that did reach out that want to come, and if they follow within this section, we can a lot of the time just pick up the phone and get them back to the confirmed tour. So that's awesome, right? So moving down, after the decision pending, you got a one opportunity. You have an opportunity that said, yes, they are giving you money. They want to do business with you. It's super exciting. You're about to give them a 5-star experience, right? And so if they don't say yes, it's a reason. And what I mean by reason, it's actually something that's so crucial and something that will perfect this whole process. We do a lot of research. And what happens is no matter where they are at within this whole process that I just went over, if someone falls inside the reason section, that can be for a plethora of things. They've already found a space, the price is just too high, the date's already booked, They're waiting for family members to get money together, whatever the case may be. They just aren't moving forward with your space. So we look to get that information to perfect our ads. And so, just to go through an example of that, last quarter, we had people constantly keep telling us, hey, I'm doing the event at home. I am doing the event at home. And so we took that information and actually positioned that as a pain point inside of our ads. So what I mean by that is that we talk to the pain of doing an event at your home. Hey, the hook was something like thinking about doing an event at home. Well, consider this, the cleanup, the potential of not having seats for everybody, the potential of people not being comfortable, just the multitude of things that can happen when you're dealing with a space that's not suited for 50, 60, 70 people. And then we positioned ourselves as the solution where it's convenient, it's easy, it's local, 5-star rated. Just started naming off all the benefits of doing it at our event venue. And I had people come inside of our space and said, "Hey, I was thinking about doing our event at home, but I came across your ad and it just started having me thinking like, this may not be the best fit." And this lady that I'm talking about was like 2, 3 months out from her actually delivering her baby. It was a baby shower. And she said, I don't want to clean up. I don't want to have to deal with that. So if you have packages that's catered to specific events like baby showers. And if you guys do the cleanup, if you have a cleaning crew on hand, that's awesome because people do not want to deal with that. They don't want to sweep, they don't want to mop, they don't want to do that, right? So it was just a way to get those people that's looking and considering doing it at their home to do it at our space. So again, this is the pipeline. This is what we utilize inside of our business every single day to ensure leads are being thoroughly answered and that people are just being taken care of. And if this is something that you're considering to implement inside of your business, you have the opportunity to not only get this implemented by doing a one-on-one call with me with the link in the description, but if you want to be around other event venue owners that's doing this, that have this system in place and that's seen results, we have a community of event venue owners of like-minded people just like you who want to improve, who want to learn automations, who wants to learn ads, who wants to learn how to get their first virtual assistant. And we have weekly calls. And if you look in the description below, you'll see that link to actually apply to be inside of the community. And again, you have the opportunity to do a one on one call with me where I can teach you how we can implement the triple A method inside of your business. So, again, we are here to build a business, something that works for you. So, let's start working on our business and have a system that works for us rather than us trying to take on everything and be the marketer, the salesman, the admin, and do everything inside of our business and get burnt out. I can't wait to see you inside the community, and I'm going to see you in the next video.